Every minute we're awake, we have a bombarding of thoughts continuously. My dad told me this when I was growing up. He said, thoughts are like a river. They just keep coming no matter what you do. But you have a choice of whether or not you're going to jump in and swim around in them, or you're just going to let them go by. And I have the belief that you're either doing it or you're thinking about doing it, whatever it is. If you're thinking about doing it, then you're creating resistance to doing it. So again, for me, the most important way to not overthink is to take action and to lead myself in my thought life, focusing on the things that I want more of in my life and focusing less on the things that I do not want. And what I also know is your mind can only do one thing at a time. It can only focus on one thing, it can only do one thing. So being intentional with that is leading yourself. And you're never going to be able to lead somebody else in your life until you lead yourself, and that begins with your thought life. And overthinking is just letting your thoughts lead you instead of you leading your thoughts.
Yeah, the Bible says you take captive over your thoughts. You either take captive over your thoughts or your thoughts take captive over you and they throw you in the ditch. And so what I find for me is when a negative thought comes in, I need to replace it with something positive, because you can't think of two things at the same time. And so it's if I want to do something and then you decide you're going to do that, and then right away that thought comes into play that would cause you not to do that action, it's do it now, it's do it now, it's do it now. And if I can replace that and stay focused, then I get myself out of my mind and into the present and into focused on what I'm going to do at that time.
One other way that I handle overthinking, because your mind can only do one thing at a time, is if my mind is starting to run me, I know how I can quickly bring myself back. There's only one way that I know, and that's to list off 5 things that I'm grateful for. Nothing brings you back into the present moment than focusing on what you're grateful for, and then learning to be mindful. And being mindful means just being wherever you are. If you're overthinking, you're not mentally in the same place that you are physically. And that's what creates a problem. You can never be effective, you can never be successful, you can never be happy without learning to be in the present moment. And again, that comes from leading yourself in your thought life.
There's one other thing that really helped me on my thought life, and it was this rubber band type trick, right? And so what I would do is I would focus on whatever I was focusing on at that time. And if I got a negative thought, if I got anything that would take me and distract me, I would snap this. And it became a training tool for me. So in the beginning, this was like a musical instrument, I was snapping all the time because I would get off focus so often. But over time, I would snap less, and I started training myself to be focused. I started training myself to think positively. So try that, it'll really help out.